Hey, what's up, everybody? Gonna do a classic rock reaction, man. This is a little bit of a different, I'm counting it as a complimentary quad, but it's actually one track and it runs 25 minutes long. I guess it's along the same timelines, just slightly less overall when you count, let's say, the length of songs in a quad. So, man, this is called Tubular Bells, and it's by a gentleman by the name of Mike Oldfield. Never heard of him, and from what I'm hearing, this is quite a very notable song. And in fact, I don't even know if there's any vocals. I think it's just an instrumental, man. So looking forward to checking this out. Now, forgive me, I'm not sure if this falls within the lines of classic rock or if it overlaps or whatever. I'm guessing that it's rock based. So we'll see how that goes, man. Anyways, I just want to give a shout out first and a thanks very much to Robin. Robin, thank you, man. I appreciate you sending me this recommendation and stretching my parameters out, where classic rock is concerned. It definitely goes into a couple of different areas and it overlaps and everything. So then there's that point break, whether it's classic rock or not. So we'll see as we go along with this with this track and see if it belongs on the classic platform, or maybe if I have to maybe move it over into the Beyond Classic Beyond Classic Rock platform, just to avoid any skirmishes, you know what I'm saying? Anyway, that is my intro, my long-winded intro, man. So let's hit this up. This is Tubular Bells by Mike Oldfield. 25 minutes, man. Tubular Bells, Mike Oldfield. Let's get it. Okay, it's a video. Nice. Look at all those musicians. Damn. 2, 4, 6, 10. Looks like 12 musicians. This isn't just a collaboration, this is an orchestra, man. It's not just a video, it's also got visuals. I wonder if there's a story attached to this. Sometimes, like in orchestras, operas, sometimes there's a story being told. I wonder if there's a story attached to this piece. And along the way, we should be visualizing what's happening. This would be a really cool soundboard for some sort of a short film, a story being told without words. You just see the actions of the characters, and the music is also telling a story. I bet you there's a story attached to this piece. that bells. But the humming seems well placed in this. visuals behind it. Cascading water waves. I gotta find a visual background with that.
Grand piano. Reed and pipe organ. Glockenspiel. Bass guitar. Double speed guitar. slightly distorted guitars. Mandolin. Spanish guitar and introducing acoustic guitar. Plus tubular bells.
Even got a choir up in there back in there. Start off softly, end softly. All right. That was completely different. Different in a very, very good way. Tubular Bells, Mike Oldfield. All right. Live at BBC in '73. All right, man. That was really something. That was excellent. That was excellent, man. 25 minutes. And it's really, really nice, the platform of just showcasing these great musicians sitting there in this structure and just showcasing what they can do, you know, and making these wonderful sounds, creating images in your mind, you know. What would you term this as? How would you describe this piece of music? Genre-wise, would you describe it as psychedelic? Would you describe it as more progressive? Or is there a term that I'm not aware of to actually describe it? I'm not sure. But I can see elements of classic rock in it, you know. So where do you think it belongs, in a sense? I think that it belongs in the classic rock platform. You know, there's a place for it. It's a little on the far side far-reaching side of things where it comes to, what we know as classic rock when we say classic rock. But all the same, it definitely has a place, I believe. Where do you think it belongs, man? This wasn't just an ensemble of musicians, man. This was a damn orchestra, and then backed up with a choir. Yo, man, you've got yourself a grand stage of really excellent sounds going on, man. Fantastic. I didn't even miss the drums in this, man. The tubular bells were enough. So, hey, it's always great being introduced to something new, man. Always great stretching and expanding your horizons way the hell out there. It's really, really cool. This is one of the best things about doing reactions and having a whole bunch of different people sending you things to check out. You know what I'm saying? I love that, man. And I also, as a reactor, really like doing things that I know other reactors have not done. That's really, really cool. And, I haven't watched a tremendous amount of reaction channels, but I do know, based on what a lot of people say to me, that, hey, man, I have never seen anyone else do a reaction to this or this or this. So it's really cool knowing that I'm kind of like at the forefront of something where it comes to being a reactor. You guys are going to laugh at this, man. A couple of years ago, 3 years ago, when I had it in my mind about possibly doing a reaction channel, and I thought to myself, hey, maybe not a reaction to TV shows or movies, because at that time, a lot of reaction channels were based on TV shows, especially Game of Thrones, Walking Dead. So, man, you had so many reaction channels for that. I didn't feel that, but what I felt was music. Listen to this shit, man. I assumed that I would be the very, very first black reactor reacting to music, specifically classic rock. Think of that stupid shit. Can you believe that I actually assumed that I would be the very first on YouTube doing reactions to classic rock? What a cool concept. A guy who's been raised outside of the genre of classic rock, doing reactions to classic rock and taking a personal journey, a personal walk. How cool would that be and all that stuff? And I thought that I would be the very first. Oh my God. That is as bad an assumption as assuming that I would just do a couple of quad reactions for Led Zeppelin and I would be done with them. My assumptions make me look like a damn fool, I tell you. Anyway, this is really cool, man. This was really, really cool. And again, just going back to the fact that I'm proud of being one of the only reactors out there doing reactions to really, really, way outside of the norm, over the overlapping lines of classic rock, things of that sort. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there has been other people doing reactions to this piece. I would be surprised to hear if there are. But all the same, man, it's really cool in the end to have a whole subscription base. 20,000 people sending me shit to listen to. Isn't that cool, man? That shit is cool to me. Anyway, Robin, you're the shit, brother. This is... Oh, actually, back up. Thinking about it now, I can't remember if Robin is a lady or a gent. Robin, let me know if you're a lady or a gent, man. I'm not sure. But all the same, Robin, thank you very much for this. And excuse my damn throat, I gotta stop drinking coffee before I start my reactions. This is what happens. Alright, so man, let's do a little background here, man, on tubular bells. But actually, before I start reading, let me go and get a little hydrated. Hang on a sec. I don't like drinking water on camera. Hang on. Alright, back again. Hopefully hydrated. Hydrated enough to read through some backstory here about Tubular Bells and Mike Oldfield. So, both Tubular Bells in Wikipedia and Mike Oldfield, there's a tremendous amount of information. So, yeah, I'm just going to bounce around between the two. So, Tubular Bells. Well, actually, no. Let's start with Mike Oldfield first. Introduce the artist a little bit and then get into the song. But actually, he's well known for this. So, you know what? Let's just read Mike's bio info here and go with that, because we'll get some information about Tubular Bells too. So, Mike Oldfield. Michael Gordon Oldfield, born the 15th of May in 1953, is an English musician, multi-instrumentalist, and songwriter, best known for his debut studio album, Tubular Bells, which became an unexpected critical and commercial success and propelled him to worldwide fame. I'm guessing that it was unexpected mainly because of the length and the fact that there were no vocals, and maybe it's outside of the norm of classic rock, I'm guessing. Though primarily a guitarist, Oldfield is known for playing a range of instruments which include keyboards, percussion, and vocals. He has adopted a range of musical styles throughout his career, including progressive rock, world, folk, classical, electronic, ambient, and new age music. Oldfield took up the guitar at age 10 and left school in his teens to embark on a music career. From 1967 to 1970, he and his sister, Sally Oldfield, were a folk duo, the Sally Angie, after which he performed with Kevin Ayers, Ayers. In 1971, Oldfield started work on Tubular Bells, which caught the attention of Richard Branson, who agreed to release it on his new label, Virgin Records. Its opening was used in the horror film The Exorcist, and the album went on to sell over 2.7 million copies in the UK. I just got a visual of Linda Blair turning her damn head around. I got my ass whooped for that because I wasn't supposed to watch that. I was 11 years old. I snuck downstairs. It was 11:30 at night, and I watched that shit all by myself. Man, my mom, oh my God, whooped my ass, boy. The things you remember. Oldfield followed it with the Hergest Ridge in 1974, Amadon in 1975, and Incantations in 1978, all of which feature long form and mostly instrumental pieces. Nice. Yeah, instrumental pieces really have their place, you know. And I've said this of a number of rock musicians that without vocals, they would still be very, very successful. Led Zeppelin is an example of that. Recently, I just did a Carlos Santana reaction, more like a jazz rock fusion sound, his album Welcome. It's on the Beyond Classic Rock platform. I just posted it last night, so check that out, man. It's a full album reaction in two videos, but yeah, the whole album. And yeah, man, you know, those two examples, really good examples of rock personalities that would be very, very successful if it was just all instrumental. In the late 1970s, Oldfield began to tour and release more commercial and song-based music, beginning with Platinum in 1979, QE2 in 1980, and 5 Miles Out in 1982. His most successful album of this period was Crisis in 1983, which features the worldwide hit single Moonlight Shadow, with vocalist Maggie Riley. After signing with WEA in the early 1990s, Oldfield's most significant album of the decade was Tubular Bells 2, released in 1992, and experimented with virtual reality and gaming content with his music VR project. Yeah, that would really be really scratching his creative itch, you know, experimenting with virtual reality and gaming. Yeah, man. I can see that. Really, really well placed for his form of talents and creativity. In 2012, he performed at the opening ceremony for the 2012 Olympic Games held in London. Oldfield's discography includes 26 studio albums, 9 of which have reached the UK top 10. His most recent album is Return to Omadon, released in 2017. Alright, so that's just a look at the man himself. Let's check out Tubular Bells. And I won't read the whole amount. I'm just going to read kind of like the top intro portion of Wikipedia here. So Tubular Bells is the debut studio album by English multi-instrumentalist composer and songwriter Mike Oldfield, released on the 25th of May in '73 as the first album on Virgin Records. Oldfield, who was 19 years old when it was recorded, played almost all the instruments on a mostly instrumental album. The album initially sold slowly, but gained worldwide attention in December of '73 when its opening theme was used for the soundtrack to the horror film The Exorcist in '73. This led to a surge in sales, which increased Oldfield's profile and played an important part in the growth of the Virgin Group. It stayed in the top 10 in the UK albums chart for 1 year from March of 1974, during which it reached number 1 for 1 week. It peaked at number 3 on the US Billboard 200 and reached the top position in Canada and Australia. The album has sold over 2.7 million copies in the UK and an estimated 15 million worldwide. That's really impressive considering it's mainly instrumental, if not all of it. An orchestral version produced by David Bedford was released in '75 as the orchestral Tubular Bells. Oldfield has recorded 3 sequels: Tubular Bells 2 in '92, Tubular Bells 3 in '98, and The Millennial Bell in '99. For the album's 30th anniversary, Oldfield re-recorded the album as Tubular Bells 2003. A remastered edition was released in 2009. Its contribution to British music was recognized when Oldfield played extracts during the 2012 Summer Olympics opening ceremony in London. Okay, yeah, let's stop there. Because really, what I just read here in Tubular Bells is almost identical really to what I just read from Mike's intro bio. So yeah, it's probably a lot of the same going forth. So, and that's enough reading, man. I am parched today. Anyway, man, I'm just gonna jet. But I just wanted to say, Robin, this was really nice of you, man. Thank you for introducing me to something new where it comes to the overlapping lines of classic rock. This was really, really nice. A lot of you are going to say, well, this is not classic rock. It might not belong here. Whatever. I really like this piece, and it's an excellent piece. So, Robin, thank you very much for that. I would certainly look forward to checking out some more of Mike Oldfield's stuff. I can see why he's so well renowned. He's got a very, very unique, creative talent set. And not too many out there like him, I'm sure. Sorry, man. Forgive me for my damn throat. So before I bounce, I'm just gonna take a quick look here, see if I got any notes attached. Yeah, so I got Finesse Muse. Man, I got a reaction. Okay, I got reactions coming up for Finesse, Don, Rob, John, Sasha. Going back to Finesse, I put a Led Zeppelin challenge out there in one of my How the West Was Won installments, and I said I challenge any one of you to find me a better or the best version that you can of Dazed and Confused. Now, Finesse rose to that challenge and he goes, okay, here is a bootleg. It's a long one. It's like 42 minutes long. And I bet that you will probably find this as good, if not better, than your favorite version of Dazed and Confused. That being The Song Remains the Same. Now, it's been well over a year since I first listened to that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to The Song Remains the Same and watch the whole thing from beginning to end all the way through. I have never done that. So I don't know what I'm missing in between. That's coming up in a couple of days. And right after that, I will do Finesse Muse's Dazed and Confused challenge, just to compare the two Dazed and Confuses and see which one is better. So that's what's coming up where it comes to my activity with Led Zeppelin going forward. So How the West Was Won, right after that now, according to, I believe, the timeline sequence, I'm doing The Song Remains the Same. And then after that, geez, man, I already forgot what I'm doing after that. Anyway, I'll remember once I turn the damn camera off. But that's what's happening with my Led Zeppelin works. And then with all of my regular other stuff, my complimentary quads, work on the other channel, that's basically what's happening in my world. We're into December now, so I'm going to be focusing on getting caught up with all of the stuff. I'm falling behind with especially my reactions for my patrons. Forgive me, patrons, I'm sorry about falling behind. I will try my best to get caught up and not fall behind again. I'm formulating a plan that if I do fall behind, I'm going to have to put a certain plan in place. I don't like being behind in anything, especially in reactions owed to patrons who are paying me on a regular monthly basis, and here I am running behind. I don't like that feeling. So I think what I might do is formulate a plan going forward where it comes to patrons. We'll see how that goes, how I feel, if it's necessary to implement a plan. That plan will include probably stopping the recruiting of any more patrons from joining until I've completely fulfilled all of the reactions first. And then if I have regular recurrent patrons who are interested in more just kind of like a paper installment kind of thing, I will direct them to PayPal and just go from there. So I'm formulating something in the works, especially if I see that I might actually fall behind again, and I might go with something like that. So that's what I'm looking at doing in the next little while. So I will get caught up to everything that I owe the patrons, and by the latter portion of the month, going into the 20th or what have you, I'm going to be hitting up the O2 Arena concert for Led Zeppelin. That's my end goal. That is my plan for all of December. Now you've got my outline. Anyways, man, getting back to Robin. Robin, thank you again. Mike Oldfield is definitely a great musician, master creator, and I really, really love Tubular Bells. I can see myself listening to this a number of times. One thing, let me know, if anyone knows, if this particular piece is associated to a story, because that's what I was kind of looking for. But I mean, it doesn't have to, but maybe there is something association to it. If there is such a thing, I'd be really, really interested in checking that out. So let me know if there is. All right. Anyways, man, you guys have a good one. Hope you enjoyed this piece. It's a little bit different, but very, very great all the same. So have a good one. Take care, and I'll catch you in my next reaction. Peace.